Hey, what's going on, guys? Felix here from Podcasting Secrets and the Shopify Masters podcast. And today I want to talk to you about how to stop getting in your own way, how to combat the negativity that comes with whenever you are launching something new, whether it be a business or a podcast, where you talk yourself out of doing it, talk yourself out of the confidence of executing. So that's my biggest flaw, right? My biggest flaw is that first of all, I want to start a lot of businesses. I've had a lot of projects that I've started, and it's never been an external reason that stopped me from success. Almost every single time I can think of, pretty much every single time I can think of, where I, quote unquote, failed at something is because I gave up on myself. So lately I've been going through this, this exercise, understanding like how do I get better at improving odds of success, right? Because I'm launching this Podcasting Secrets course, I'm launching the business, and I'm finding out where the kind of negative self-doubt, self-talk starts creeping in. And it reminds me of the book, The War of Art, where they talk about how whenever you get close to your goal is when you start doubting yourself the most, where you start seeing all these obstacles and you end up giving up before anything external ever caused you to fail. And that's what happens to me. I started realizing, I'm giving up a lot of times. I'm the one giving up. I'm the one that changes course, or I'm the one that says, this is not going to be possible anyway. Let me just try something new. And I go through this kind of hamster wheel of trying new thing after new thing, and jumping from project to project because I talk myself out of completing the thing that I decided to start with in the first place. So if you're anything with me, I know you know exactly how I feel about starting something, doubting yourself. So you jump into something new, and then doubting yourself on that and jumping something new, and it kind of goes on and on and on. It's kind of endless cycle, and I want to break it. That's my goal. I want to break it this time. I want to break the cycle and break out of it. So I started thinking, why is it that I have negative self-talk? Why is it that I doubt myself? And I realize now that the issue is that I don't believe enough in other people. And that doesn't make sense right at first. Why is it that I don't believe in other people? How does that affect me? I started recognizing that if I have a negative outlook on someone else's success, or if I am critical about someone else, if I'm critical and judgmental about other people, I started thinking that is the universe that I live in. I started thinking that I live in a universe where people are critical of each other. So I started thinking other people must be critical of me. So that's the kind of trap I get myself in, where because I'm judgmental towards other people, judgmental towards their decisions, I start believing that other people are also just as judgmental towards me. And the same thing with the negativity. If I see someone else trying to do something and I start doubting their ability to do it, or I start doubting their ability to be successful, I start recognizing that it creeps into my life too, because I start looking at myself and start doubting myself that way too. But on top of that, I start thinking other people must be doubting me and doubting my success as well. And then all of a sudden become a self-fulfilling prophecy, where since I believe that other people are not going to be successful, I started thinking that I live in a world where people are unsuccessful, and that turns right back towards me. And that's how I feed and I fuel the self-doubt, by putting it out there in the first place. Now, I hear a lot of times people talk about you get what you give, you get what you put out into the universe. And I don't, believe too much in the kind of pseudoscience that gets behind that, but I look for what is the logical reason why what you put out is what you get back. And I believe that is what it is for me, is that if I put out negativity out there, I start believing that I live in a negative world, and I start expecting negativity to come back. So if I start doubting other people, doubting their success, I start living in a doubtful world, and I start seeing and looking for reasons to doubt myself. So after recognizing that, my plan now is to try to catch myself more when I start doubting other people. I can't work on doubting myself yet if I can't first stop doubting other people and stop looking at people negatively and stop being critical of other people. If I can stop putting out there first, then naturally I remove myself from that kind of perception of the universe, that perception of the world I live in, and stop seeing the world as a place that has negativity, that has unsuccessful business ventures, or has unsuccessful podcast launches, and start seeing that, hey, everything is possible, and start believing more in other people's successes. I can turn around and start believing in my own successes. So hopefully that helps you out. If you're kind of stuck in this trap too, where you start doubting yourself, I think the key is to observe, are you doubting other people? Are you looking at other people's progress negatively? Are you seeing that are you starting kind of being judgmental towards their success, or not believing that other people can be successful? And it's kind of a shocker to me that I am that way, that I am judgmental of other people, that I am doubting of other people's successes. So that's the key for me now, is just to understand that the less I doubt other people, the less I'll doubt myself. And hope that helps you out. And if you're launching a business, launching a podcast, think about that. Start seeing the successes, start believing other people's successes, start believing in their businesses, start believing in their success of their podcast, and you can believe the same for yourself. So I hope that helps you out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.